7 years ago, I was involved in a serious car accident. I was pretty messed up and I was touch and go for those first 48 hours, but thankfully, I pulled through. When I woke up, my parents just grabbed me and told me how lucky I am. I felt it then, but that was to be the last time. Things just didn't seem right. I mean, everything still had the same exact look, same smells, same touch. Physically, there wasn't anything out of place. But there's just been this atmosphere, this feeling. It's like the color has been drained from the world around me. Things were fine for the first couple of years. I recovered from the injuries, got back to work, and started to regain my life. However, upon getting myself back into the world, I noticed people were being slightly off with me. Close relatives, friends, co-workers, even checkout operators at the supermarket. Yeah, they were still polite, even friendly, but it was as if I could see right through them. It was like they were on autopilot, saying and doing all the right things, but lacking that natural warmth you usually receive from human beings. I began to feel isolated. I couldn't tell if this was just some sort of side effect from my painkillers or the head injuries that I had sustained. Perhaps people felt awkward around me after the accident, but this didn't explain why strangers were acting the same way. I started spiraling down a bit of a deep depression, lost my job, and then turned to alcohol as a crux. Friends stopped calling. My parents became distant, and soon enough, I was spending most of my time awake in front of the TV with an ice-cold glass of Jack Daniels in my hand. Then things began to get even stranger after a few years of this self-destructive routine. Almost on a daily basis, I hear my name, as clear as anything, calling to me at random points throughout the day. This again, I self-diagnosed as being a problem relative to this goddamn injury. Although it became more frequent and sounded so real, I would swear that the person saying my name is literally right by my side, speaking directly into my ear. Now, I'm not someone who's ever believed in the supernatural, but at this point, it was starting to be the only explanation. I packed in the daytime drinking, and yet, I still heard them. The sound of pain increasing in the tone of their voices as each day passed. After a few weeks of sobriety, the sounds continued. Only now, they were louder. So I packed in the meds, hoping that this final rational solution would be the answer to this strange happenings. No luck though. Again, they increased with the passing weeks. I began hearing sobbing in the dead of night, pleading from a familiar sounding voice. Then the pins and needles started, a regular occurrence of them. It felt like a real needle piercing at my skin, mostly down my arm. I felt this was random until I noticed a pattern. It was happening every 4 hours or so. Then the eeriest thing of all, I began to feel like I was being touched. I felt hands grasping my own. I felt strokes to my face. I would hear the sobbing, my name being called, and strokes to my arm, all simultaneously in a supernatural encore, driving me to the brink of complete insanity. It started to become abundantly clear. I had no other option now but to end my own life. Which leads me to this morning, after I had set out my pills and all my untouched Jack Daniels bottles, which I had stockpiled into my cupboards. I set them out, feeling almost relieved that it was all going to be over. Then my phone received a message, which stopped me dead in my tracks. It read,
Daniel? Daniel? I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't know if you'll receive this message. But we love you so much, sweetheart. Please, please just wake up. It's been 7 years now, Daniel, and we just want to hear your voice again. Me and your father are beside you every single day. We just want you back.